Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Long Branch Free Public Library Lit Chat. I am Kate Angelo. With me is Tara Sullivan, as always. And happy National Library Week, Tara.
Happy National Library Week, Kate. This is what we live for.
It's our week.
It's our week.
So we are going to talk not about a book or books specifically. We're going to talk about some things that the library offers that you may or may not know about, and some other fun stuff that we're doing this week. So I think the obvious thing to start with first is our ebooks and audiobooks, and how you can get them. We have a few different ways. eLibrary New Jersey has the largest holdings, I would think.
Of books, strictly books, yeah.
Strictly books, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get both ebooks and audiobooks on that, and works the same as the library. You put your library card number in, you borrow something, it gets returned after a set amount of time, though it is longer than our physical lending time limits. And then we also have Hoopla, which a lot of people, I know you're out there and you're using it. Do you want to talk more about Hoopla, Tara?
I would love to. Also, I want to mention before we even launch into it about Hoopla or any of our services, if you need assistance with it, because sometimes setting it up the first time can be a little daunting just because it's a process. After that, it is so easy. Usually you just download the app on your phone or your device of choice. And after the first time, it is no big deal for you. But if you do have trouble with it, let us know. We're happy to walk you through it in any way we can.
Yes. You can give us a call to reach us. We are here in the building, some of us, some of the time. Or you can even email us at Long Branch Public Library.
Public Lib.
Not the website, the email address. Long Branch Public
I'm
Library.
Sorry. You're absolutely right.
At gmail.com. And just tell us what you're trying to get into, and we will give you a call back or email if you prefer.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good way. But Hoopla is pretty amazing in the sense that it is not just books. It is ebooks, audiobooks. It's also music, movies, and TV series. So, and I should ask people when I run into them. I was at the store on a rare jaunt to the store the other night, and I saw one of our patrons, which I always love, and we hadn't seen each other in quite a while with everything going on, but she specifically told me that she and her family have been using Hoopla and loving it. And I think the thing with Hoopla is there's something for everybody. And if you're desperate for something to read and you haven't used ebooks, it's a really nice way to, their catalog is set up well. It's a nice way to kind of dip your toe in and see if you even like reading ebooks.
I'll say too, the thing that I've used Hoopla, not a ton, but I have used it. They have some great kids stuff on there, and I believe all of the movies and TV shows, you can correct me if I'm wrong, are downloadable. So if you find yourself, if you don't have good internet at home, or if you don't have internet at home, because not everybody does, come sit outside the library, hook into our Wi-Fi, download something, a TV show, a book, whatever, and then go home and you can still watch it. You don't need the Wi-Fi to watch something that's downloaded. I found that very handy when I was traveling in the past. But yeah, definitely still useful.
And leading into that, or leading into this or that, since you said that, and it's so helpful to know that you can go somewhere and still get services and materials, we have our pop-up libraries, which
Pop-
are very, even I used it the first time. That's how simple they are to use. But you can go to either the Elbron Branch Library, the main branch of, or the main library of on Broadway, also near the Carousel in Pier Village, and at Woodrow Wilson Homes, we have a, what's it called? Pop-up
Well,
library.
it's a pop-up library. They're basically Wi-Fi hotspots. Though you can't just hook into them, and I don't think you can hook into them and then just like scour the internet. You connect your device to their Wi-Fi, and then you can search our holdings on there. And we purchase things specifically for the pop-ups. So they have a bunch of stuff on them, and you can download them while you're there. And then again, leave the space of the Wi-Fi and still have access.
Exactly.
And you don't need a library card for that.
You need nothing. You don't need an ID to sign in. It's very, very cut and dry and easy to do. And we do, as Kate said, we purchase for those pop-ups. So if you have any ideas or if you'd like to see something on them, let us know that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, purchasing is one of our favorite things, I think, is ordering, as book ordering staff. But, we can't get every single thing that everyone would like without knowing what people would like. So always let us know if there's a series, an author, a book that you have in mind that we don't have and you think we should. We're happy to do that. You can put a purchase order in and set it up.
Yes.
But the pop-up is handy because, again, you just download it, take it with you on your device. It's convenient and free, completely free.
Everything is free.
Everything's free.
Yeah. We also, Hoopla's had some great TV and movies. However,
Are you
we
going to say
recently added, drumroll,
Canopy? It's amazing. Canopy has truly, I keep saying our services have something for everyone, but it's true. Every age, every interest, everything. If there's a special week at school, if there's whatever it is, if there's a special month or whatever's being commemorated at the time, you can find something for. And I think that's very helpful with children to be able to show them a movie or a show that kind of they can relate to.
Absolutely. With Canopy too, speaking of monthly celebrations, we are putting together a monthly playlist. So we did Black History Month, we did Women's History Month. This month is Autism Awareness for April. So there's a playlist of movies and TV shows focusing on that topic, or related to that topic in some way. And you can get to that from our website under, just on the homepage under updates, library updates.
Yeah, Canopy is a whole new world. And it's not even all, I mean, the entertainment factor is phenomenal, but there's also some really great educational things on it. And we offer the great courses, which has a variety of interests and subjects. Documentaries. There's one in particular that it's a few years old now, but I love it so much. It's called Holes in His Shoes. Is that what it's called, Kate? I think I told you about it. Holes in His Shoes.
Holes
in my shoes. And it's a great New York story. And it's an immigrant story as well as kind of a magical, like rags to riches story about this man who just did it all. And it is such a great, and some of the, even the photography from it, this man wound up, coming from nothing. And he was billed as, I think, the strongest boy in the world for a while. And he could do things like rip telephone books in half with his hands. And the documentary was shot in his 90s and it's spectacular. So things like that are just really.
Yeah, if you're tired of
yes,
what's out there on Netflix and Hulu, because I know we all are. certainly try Canopy. And again, they have great kid stuff. There's a lot of stuff on there, and it's all free.
That's what I like best.
Speaking of children, they're in
Yes.
school, and sometimes they need help. Tara, what do we have that can help the children or adults?
Oh, no, not that. We have a phenomenal, it's a new service we're offering, and it is tutor.com.
What?
Yes. And it's got a very wide variety of ages and grades, subject matter. You log on, it will direct you as to how to get your question answered and how to connect with a tutor. But it's free. It's basically like having a designed for you tutoring program or a tutor. It is, there's, if you do run into anything that you can't quite figure out, they're very customer service oriented. Use that chat and someone will help you. But it amazed me because initially I thought, to be honest, I thought it was just for younger kids. And when my children were younger, I had enough trouble helping them through those years. But I thought it was, maybe what K through 5 would have been great, but it's not. It goes all the way up to, I think, collegiate level. And
they also have some adult classes, various levels for adults if adults need some assistance in whatever career related things and
good point, absolutely.
Things like that. What I found so amazing about it is that, again, free one-on-one tutoring. And if you hook up with a tutor, like you can request them if you have like that one math problem like you can't figure out, you can send them that math problem and they can go over it with you. Or if you're just having trouble with like the topic in general, they will help you that way as well. But if you find a tutor that you really like and you work well with, you can request that specific person over and over again, which is, I think, is huge because
Agreed.
It's very personal. I feel like tutoring, like sometimes you click with people and sometimes you don't. So,
and I think there's a sense of security for the students with that, not just for us. Like we like to have some sense, but it's kind of like they know what will be offered to them and what's expected from them. And that is an amazing program.
Yes. And it's all web-based. So you won't have to download anything extra.
Good point. Mm-hmm.
And the words, the workspace, the online workspace is super user friendly and very helpful. When I did a run through with one of their people, and he was showing it to me, and it's like you're looking at the same piece of paper while they're helping you through the problem. That was math specific, but
and I think learning math is such a different way of thinking that helps so much when it's there instead of telling them. They're being shown. Mm-hmm. And just the way they learn in school. But you're right, with the wide variety of ages and subjects, and I almost think everyone should take a look at it, even if you don't need it or you don't think you need it. Just go look at tutor.com via our online services, and you'll be impressed.
Absolutely.
And you might need
it. Another impressive thing we offer, which can help both students and adults, one of our favorite databases that I think we talk about all of the time is Global Road Warrior. It, I think, is technically like a travel website, but I don't know a kid out there who hasn't had to do some kind of report or paper about a place. Even if it's, their own town, but you can search by city, by country, whatever. And literally all of the information you could think of that you would need for that kind of school project is right there.
Right there. And it always cracks me up that we have a good, even at the L. Braun branch, we have all the states, we have a pretty good juvenile international section of books, but those kids will pick. I'm like, Peoria, Illinois, we don't have a book on that. You don't need it when you can just go on Road Warrior and
yeah,
get your fill
everything
of.
from literally like average temperature to social customs, like all of it is there.
That was the one. A child once picked Liechtenstein when they came in, and I'm like, it's the size of like Long Branch, that country. So, where do I? And then you can always go through the bigger things, but this is so specific and so easy to hone in on what they actually want, because I love maps. I am kind of a map reader. I love when students pick something that's off the beaten path. I mean, as much as I'm making fun of it now, it's so great that they have an interest in somewhere that they don't know about, that they're not familiar with, that they want to know more about. And this is a great way also to plan family trips, or get away from it all trips, or however you like to get away.
Yeah, absolutely. Something you may need to get away to another country, when we can all do that again, is a working knowledge of another language.
So true. And how would I know how to work on that? And what if I changed up? What if I wanted, I didn't want Swedish anymore. I wanted not Swedish anymore.
Some other language. One of the other thousands of languages out there that are not Swedish. Yes. So we have two ways you can do this. Mango, which is awesome and probably the most user-friendly database like I've ever
encountered. Yeah.
It's so easy. Mango Languages, we purchase that ourselves. So as long as it is getting use, we will continue to purchase that. So you will always have access to it. So we're not going to cut you off, after level 5. But we are lucky enough to also get some databases through the New Jersey State Library. And we do have access right now to the Rosetta Stone that way. I know a lot of people say that is like the best one out there. I'm not making that argument necessarily, but we do have access to it. That depends on the state library's funding. So we have it now. I don't see why we wouldn't have it in the near future, but that, Mango we will always have. So
and I think they kind of cater to two different learning styles.
Absolutely.
Because Mango is it's kind of fun. It's just, and Rosetta Stone is phenomenal. I mean, it's renowned, it is proven, it is everything you want, but it is a little bit more stringent. It's a little more, challenging in some ways. Whereas Mango really starts you at the most basic level, and you can go from there. And like Kate said, it's not like we cap it off and say, oh, sorry, it only goes to, barely conversational, and now you can pay for it. We're happy to foot that bill and see you learn another language.
Yeah.
But it's good for travelers, for people who are learning English as a second language, for English speakers, everything. It's so good for your brain too. It's very good to learn another language, even if you only learn the basics.
It is good. Something else that is good for your brain is sometimes reading the news.
Yes.
Keeping up to date with what's going on in the world, and also crossword puzzles. Those are good for your brain. Tara, where do you like to get your crossword puzzles from?
I like to get my crossword puzzles from the New York Times.
Huh. Isn't the New York Times so expensive?
It's so expensive. Yes, it is. It is so expensive. And they're also kind of proprietary with their information. So it's not like you can just log on and get whatever you want, unless you use the Long Branch Free Public Library
What?
and allow us to bring it to you.
Yeah.
What's the cost of that, Kate? Is it very expensive for our patrons to use?
For our patrons, what? No, it's free, Tara. Free, free, free.
This is why I love talking to you, Kate. You speak my language. Mango should have a language. Free stuff.
Free stuff. They have pirate, but not library. Library language is free.
Shh. Does everything start like that?
And free. Yes. So through our website, you can get onto New York Times Online. You will, I believe there's a registration. And then you get a code, which is good for 72 hours. When those 72 hours expire, guess what? You can get another code. So free access to the New York Times all the time, whenever you want.
Especially for people who use social media a lot. How frustrating is it when someone posts a great article and you're like, I must read this article now. And you click on it.
You get the first paragraph.
If you're lucky, yeah. And then
comes up. No more.
For subscribers only. Well, you're welcome.
Yes. And all crosswords for everyone.
Crosswords.
I think I say that. Is that on there?
Is what?
Can you get to the crossword?
I'm pretty sure, although we're still getting a paper copy of the paper as well. So when I act quickly enough and hide it from my husband, then I get to do the crossword. But otherwise, he's quite the king of doing the crosswords well.
Yeah. I can do Monday crosswords.
Monday's my favorite.
The New York Times gets progressively harder as you go.
Day
Monday
by
is the
day.
easiest day. Sunday is the hardest. So I'm at Monday level sometimes.
I have no doubt. I think you're just a ringer. You could do Sunday with no problem.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So those are just some of the things we are offering. We are offering curbside right now. So you can call the main library, 732-222-3900, or the Elberon branch at 732-870.
870-1776.
There you go. I was getting there. And give us some things you want on hold, or you can place them on hold yourself online. And then when they come in, we'll give you a call and schedule you for a pickup. So you can get items, and that's everything you want. We're also printing. So if you email longbranchpubliclibrary@gmail.com what you need printed, we will print it for you and then call you and schedule a time for you to pick it up. We're also doing job search to go. So if you call 732-222-3900, extension 2270, and leave me a message, myself or our awesome Technology and Career Center assistant, Mariella, will put together a individual specialized packet of job search tips and job openings, resume help, whatever it is you need. So we're offering that as well. And Tara, what is the best way for people to know what's going on? Because we're also doing a ton of programs.
Well, of course, we have a website. So that's for the basic kind of what we offer, the steady. But our social media, we really put a lot into it to keep it updated, to keep it full of the information you need in order to, go to a program, because nobody wants to click on a Facebook page of a business and find it, the last post was 2012. So ours is updated often, and it has really everything on it. But we also have a Twitter. We also have an Instagram for adults and children. Back. And it's, those are all, oh, and our latest TikTok, which is really fun. And you
So
get to see your favorite people. I haven't done it yet, but Kate, your favorite person on
we are
TikTok.
this week, I mean, we did some other videos. This week we are doing so many fun things. So all those challenges and stuff out there, your library staff is taking on. So library themed, of course, and everything's family friendly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good point. We're also in honor and celebration of our favorite week, National Library Week. We're going to be doing giveaways. So look at our social media, and it's so simple. We don't ask much of you. Maybe leave a comment and a like, and that's all. We won't make you follow like 8,500 different accounts or do anything crazy, but we're going to be giving away a few things this week. And just fun prizes and swag from the library. And also I think that it's always helpful to say, with our programs, and we have such a variety of programs. I have a writing group that we meet the second Wednesday of every month, and then 2 Wednesdays after that. I know that sounds confusing, but it's not if you look at the flyer. But we have a great writing group. People are just fantastic. They're talented. They're fun. Everyone enjoys sharing their wide variety of writers. I mean, from people who have never picked up, can even say a pen or keyboard before, to people who have been published. It's a wide, welcoming variety. But you can find out about things like that by looking on our social media. Yeah. We have children's programs. We have special things. Nikisha in children's is always doing something. And she is the idea queen for children's. Mm-hmm. She's always doing something just fun and reading a lot. Our YouTube channel is, there's so much on it. Even I, who know exactly what is on it, I'm always impressed.
Well, and the wonderful thing about our YouTube channel, Tara, is that we offer a lot of programming, but we do offer it at a specific day and time.
True.
But if you miss it, we record it and we put everything on our YouTube channel. So you don't have to register for things if you want, show up. That's fantastic. We love it when people actually come. But if you can't, it's there for you. We do a career services workshop every month. We do a small business table discussion every month.
Which is, by the way, amazing. Yes.
We do adult programming every month. Partnered most recently with the Historical Association. Got a ton of stuff going on. Just
really, really quickly, throw out 3 programs we do for adults or that we've done in the past few months, just so people have an idea of the. I'll start. Irish poetry program.
Irish poetry.
We did Irish poetry.
Author Talk with Rick Gefkin. Oh, we have a whole series. It's called Our Story. Mm-hmm. And it focuses on Black lives, Black history, Black culture. We had someone come and talk about Black representation in comics. We had author Rick Gefkin talk about slavery in New Jersey. We had...
The music program was phenomenal.
An ethnomusicologist from South Carolina.
Great.
Up this month on, I want to say the 17th, but check our website and our social media. We have someone discussing finances. Mm-hmm. And really how to sort of take control of your life by managing your finances correctly. Tons of stuff in that series. That's monthly and it's going to be all year long. So that was more than 3 programs. Sorry, Tara.
Oh, that's, you've always been an overachiever. We support that at the library. And really quickly, speaking of overachieving, The Great Gatsby. Can we just throw in a quickie about that? Because that is on our social media. We're basically using Facebook as our platform to share that. But Kate and I have been reading The Great Gatsby for the past few weeks, and we are now on chapter 7. And what?
Out loud.
Oh, yeah, not just to ourselves. That would be scintillating if you could just watch us read it, but we actually read it aloud. And it's such a good story to go back to.
Yes.
Whether
So
you're
we're doing
familiar
3
with it or not.
chapters and then we talk about it. And then we read 3 more chapters and then we talked about it. 7, 8, and 9 are the last chapters. So it's not too late to go back, listen to the rest, and then hook up with us after chapter 9. We're going to do a discussion of it with you guys. So we're going to invite all of you in our LitChat to talk about The Great Gatsby.
I can't wait to see what people think of it.
I know.
It is. Let's just say it's not boring.
No. On that note, Miss Tara, I always enjoy talking to you.
You as well, Kate. We could go on and on, but we won't, don't worry. But leave us comments and questions. We love to answer, we love to connect, and we love to help.
Yes. Thanks, everyone. Bye.